Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome back to PSA TV. This is the Wake Up Call segment. Thanks for joining us again. In studio here, he is the president and co-founder of West Indian Friends That Care, Mr. Ezekiel Sukal. Good morning. And also we have joining us again, Mr. Calvin Wayne, humanitarian activist. How are you guys this morning?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for the invite, I appreciate it.
Yeah. You know, persons that are locked on now, they may not know what is West Indian Friends That Care, you know, where you all are located and stuff like that. If you can just tell us a little history about the company.
Well, West Indian Friends That Care is a non-profit organization, solely founded on the basis of caring for kids, right? We base our motto is not who we are, is what we do, and a kid's smile is our pleasure. So what we actually do, we raise funds and go around to different institutes, orphanages, kids that need help, and try to provide them with food, the basic necessities, food, clothing, shelter, education, and love. You can check us on our website or westindianfriendsthatcare.com. There's all the information there. We started off in pretty much 2003, and we have zero overheads as of today.
That's good. And where you all are located?
Brampton, Ontario.
So,
Canada, yeah.
So you flew in from Canada to come to Trinidad to come on PSA here. That's really nice.
Well,
I just want to ask you, Mr. Sukal, how did you get contact with Calvin?
Actually, one of our followers saw our blog on Facebook and he forwarded it to me. Right, seeing as I'm very active in Trinidad with most of the orphanages and stuff like that, he asked me, when they forwarded to me, I was saying, I know these kids, right? I saw them, I played with them, I went to their homes and stuff like that. So I contacted Kevin right away, and Kevin told me that the kids needed food and stuff like that. We found out that in September, it was a Sunday at 9:30, and by 11 o'clock, I think, we had the food delivered to your door, the groceries delivered to your door. And so from September till now, we've been supporting Kevin.
That's good. What other countries do you support as well?
We are in Guyana at the moment, and in Trinidad. We're trying to expand to Jamaica.
That's good.
So we are a very small organization. We're not that large, but we try to spread as much as we can.
Have you, well, I think you have met with the children that Calvin has been taking care of?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. What was your interaction with them, though?
To me, it was sad that I have to see them on the streets. Right? No kid deserves to live on the streets. They don't deserve to live in this way. And we're not here to judge. West Indian Friends That Care are not here to judge. We're here to help, right? And dealing with them, providing the basic necessities. We provide some food, some hampers. I know that's going to help, but they need a lot more help than we can provide right now. And to me, it's very, very sad. It just breaks my heart to see something like this.
It breaks my own even worse, because, you know, I've been trying to reach out to a lot of persons to help Calvin to get, you know, proper housing and stuff for them, and I feel like the call have gone on deaf ears, you know, but I know there are other persons who have reached out to assist with apartments and stuff like that, so I'm not sure what is the feedback with that from today.
Well, as I say, it's promises. So I just waiting for things to, and there's sometimes with the trainers get fed up of, sometimes when people ask me, okay, meet us there with the children, they get fed up of even going, because they say it's just a show thing. They come see them, pat the head, shake the hand, and then nothing that kind of make out scene. You understand? But nothing really materializing. You understand? But social development called me yesterday, supposed to meet them today with the children, but due to funds, I can't bring everybody down. So I said, when I finish, I'm going to explain to them if they could put it out for next week. Goes well, but I keep asking them on the phone, could you assure me that when I put out my passage, bring down the children, is something going to materialize?
Right.
They can't give me that promise. They're going to speak and see what they can do. If anything could be done, they said, if anything could be done.
Mr. Sukal, what is your take on, you know, Cal, you came from Canada. I mean, I've been asking the government, I've been calling persons, asking for assistance. And I feel as though nothing. And now you came in the picture and you're assisting Calvin.
Well, like I said, a care for a kid is always needed, right? Unfortunately, let's say, unfortunate kids need our help. Like, we live abroad, we have better lifestyles and stuff. I used to live in Trinidad myself, and this is my way of giving back. Let's be
Right.
realistic. If I could have made it in Trinidad, I would stay in Trinidad.
Right.
Right? I got a second chance. I left, I went abroad, and this is our way, my committee's way, of giving back to the kids here back in Trinidad so they can have a chance to make something for themselves. And without their help, they wouldn't be able to do this. As you can see, like I told you, I was heartbroken when I saw these kids on the street. Now, there are a lot of good people here in Trinidad. Right, I'm doing a toy drive, as I mentioned to you, a
Yeah.
back to school drive. I come down every year and I do something like that in rural areas with kids. And there are good people, once they get to know what's going on, they will donate. Like I went to a store in San Fernando and Rajindra's, and he helped me out a lot, right? I just had to mention what we were doing and what was the cause, and they helped. And it's the same thing I'm telling Kevin. A lot of people don't know what's going on.
They don't.
But there are a lot of good people in this world, and once they get to find out and see firsthand themselves, this is why I'm trying. I come and see firsthand. We don't just give out stuff. We do spot checks. We follow up. We interact.
Right.
That's what our organization is about. So unless people know about it, they cannot help.
That's true, because I also had some families from Pinal and La Romaine and stuff. They're asking if I could, find some sort of assistance to get their kids back out to school in terms of books and.
Western Influence, they care always.
Yes, I'm
willing to help.
definitely gonna give them your contact.
Definitely, please do.
Yeah, Calvin, I just wanted to ask you, because I know you've been around a lot of these children. You've seen the amount of persons come in and out for medication. Would you say there's a decrease with persons in this country?
The only decrease, I would say, decrease in helping them. But there's an increase in children and teenagers and adults with HIV. There's an increase, because if you go by MIF and you stand up there, you will see the amount of people coming in there for medication. And even those who not coming in, who just hiding it. And even the children I seen about, sometimes they confess that they have an intercourse with other people. So just imagine what's going on when they have intercourse with person, the person have intercourse with someone else. So it just keep multiplying.
Yeah, because the gentleman who was here earlier on, he said he saw a patient walked in yesterday, 95 years old, and she came in with the virus. She never thought she would have had it.
So that is how dangerous. That's why trying to see how we could contain these children, get somewhere for these children to be housed. So that's some sort of assistance that they could go back to normality. You understand? But they just on the road, just trying to survive, as they say. However it come, they're trying to survive.
Mr. Sukal, I know you mentioned you're in Guyana as well, right? You also going to be going to Jamaica as well?
We are trying to penetrate Jamaica right now. In the midst of working out some stuff with Jamaica. As of last year, we were working off some stuff with the same situation as Kevin in Guyana too, but it hasn't materialized yet, but it's in the works. Like I said, a child's smiles are a treasure, and no kid should be living on the streets, right? No kid should be going hungry, not in this age, right? We're not a third world country. We're not at war, right? So no kid should be going hungry and living on the streets, especially here in Trinidad. And this is what Western Influence the Care is all about,
Yeah.
helping the less fortunate.
When I've spoken to persons from social development and stuff like that, and they spoke about the kids leaving the Cyril Ross home, and do you believe in them having like a transition home, and not just letting them run out in the wild and just spreading this virus?
To be honest with you, I cannot voice my opinion on that, but that's more political, and Western Influence that Care is not into politics and stuff like that, right? And we are our own entity, and we don't mix with other avenues, like other agencies and stuff. So I understand that's going to put me in the spot.
Right. I do understand. I understand. Calvin, did you get any feedback from the Serenity place?
Yeah, well, that's it, as I was telling them, they asked me to bring down the girls, and even the one who pregnant, to bring them down there, but I say funds. So I have her waiting a while thing. We met with him, he helped her with all the baby stuff and so on and thing, which was grateful. So it's just to try and reach her down there. But she has clinic. I think she has clinic today. So I said, wait until clinic. So I say hopefully by weekend, God's will, I'm going to carry her down at the home down there in Point 14. Because the lady keep contacting me.
Right.
Bring her, bring them.
But I know she also said that they have to pay some sort of fee in order to stay there.
Yeah.
Yes, so
never
I'm
told me
not,
that.
right, so I'm not aware, I don't even know how that is going to happen in terms of paying something because I've spoken to social development, you know, and they've asked me if the kids have their ID cards.
Yeah, well, I say some of them have already cards. Yeah.
Right, so it's just for them to go down to see what is next.
What sort of assistance could be offered to them, yeah.
Mr. Sukal, what is your, you can recall the worst time you had interacting or dealing with children? What was that?
I wouldn't say the worst, right? Every time I interact with a child, it's always a gift, it's a pleasure, right? I don't like to look at the negative side, look at the positive side.
Right.
So one of the best times I ever had and open up my eyes, and which every time I have a bad day and I think about it, keeps me going. I had one particular kid that was so traumatized, she never spoke. And every time I go to the home, I'll pick her up and play, and she'll take my cell phone, take my girlfriend and play with her and have a cell phone and stuff like that. And we decided to buy her a cell phone. So we normally take 3 or 4 orphanages out
Right.
to the water park and Sunsplash. And we bring them together and let them play and stuff like that. We feed them, put food, and give them toys and stuff. And all we ask is they have fun that day. There's no rules,
Right.
right? And handing her that toy, I lift up in my arms and I handed her a gift, a Christmas gift. And she just watched me in my eyes and said, "Is that for me?"
Wow.
Right? And that particular, I wish everyone can enjoy that moment with me.
And that was the first time she spoke.
That was the first time she spoke, yes.
What is, when you go to Guyana, how is it like over there?
To be honest with you, I take care of Trinidad, and the Vice President Amar Siraj, he takes care of Guyana.
Guyana.
We had discussions, I think this Christmas we both might be going Guyana. Remember, we have this organization, but we have full-time jobs. This organization is not a job for us. It's no income for any one of our
Right.
members. It's all by volunteering. Right? So what we do is out of our hearts. When we actually do these fundraisers and come down here, all the expenses I'm down in Trinidad is absorbed by myself, not the organization.
Okay. So, Mr. Sukal, I just wanted to ask you, you know, how do you just mentioned you have another job. How do you balance that? Because what you're doing with West Indian, that cares, is a heavy load.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult. But I made a promise to myself, and our committee members made a promise to the kids that we will continue doing it, and nothing's going to stop us doing it. And fortunately for us, 18 years now diligently, we are committed and we are still going strong.
That's
And
very
every year
nice.
we get stronger and stronger. Thanks to our followers, and as you can see from, I don't know if you visit our website, everything is clairvoyant there. So when we have a fundraising event,
Yeah.
it's guaranteed every cent you spend in that event goes back to the kids. There's no overheads.
So you've had persons in Trinidad who've been supporting you as well throughout?
Yes, I got
Okay.
my old school friends, Taran, Shafraz, Nigel, right, Rajesh. They are my hands and feet over here. If
That's
I
nice.
cannot make it, they do everything on my behalf,
That's really
which I'm
nice.
very proud and happy to have. I don't call them friends, I call them brothers.
I know you're going to be leaving Trinidad soon as well to go back. And I know Calvin has his friend here who's due to have the baby as well.
Yeah.
Have you guys organized and sorted
Yeah,
out?
well, pretty much like she got everything
Okay.
for the babies.
Oh, so everything is covered for
Yes,
the baby. So the
yes.
baby is just to come and...
Just to come, yeah.
That is really nice. So you got persons in Trinidad to support her?
Yes, Rajendra's in High Street, San Fernando. He helped out a lot when he heard the cause.
Right.
Right. Even with the book bags and the drive and stuff like that, the discount he gave us was second to none from all the other companies we went to. So I really like to thank him very much for a great job he did. And Kevin, I'd like to thank you for all the hard work you're doing, and stick with it, because these kids really need somebody to look up to and help them out.
That's nice. Calvin, where are the kids this morning?
And it's all over.
I would like to say, Kevin and I went to look for one particular girl,
Right.
And I couldn't believe he had to go under a bridge. A bridge. Right? That is so sad. In this day and age where we have kids living under bridges, that's unforgivable.
Calvin, have I met her before?
Yes.
Have I met her
Yeah,
before?
that's the one pregnant.
Oh my gosh. And how was the young man in there?
Well, them already there. As I said, they just keep asking me, you get somewhere, any news? Get somewhere, I say, Ezekiel, we delay toilet trips, because even one of the guys tell him, the underman is done. And when he got the bag with the underman, he was so,
Yes.
he said, thank God, because more than done.
So Mr.
So,
Sukal.
yeah, so it was
Nice.
real nice to see the joy. And then when they eating, you just say pack food, and they packing food, and they for the next day, and
Yeah, I saw the photos with you all where you cooked and you gave them food and stuff like that.
It was real nice.
I also saw with Singing Sandra.
Yeah, when she was, yeah.
This food was catered by Taran Caterings, and he did an awesome job.
Right.
And he actually came with me to actually deliver it and stuff like that.
The food tastes great.
And seeing the kids eat, wow, that was like pure pleasure too. Pure pleasure. Like I say, I wish everyone can experience that same experience.
Yeah.
Seeing the smile on the kid's face when they got that stuff, and seeing the smile when he said, "Oh, my deodorant and stuff is completed," and you look at this,
He was real happy.
God sent someone, something like
He
that.
was
to
real
you.
happy.
He was very happy. Yes.
Calvin, I know earlier, it was last week, I also interviewed a guy where he said he's willing to furnish the apartment if they get someone to stay and pay as well. Have you spoken with him after that?
Yeah, well, I'm a neighbor.
Okay.
That's my neighbor. And he said he's willing to even cook. That every day they have a meal
Yeah.
and so on, I think. I say, it are people willing to just to get some, even my lady called me last night. They having some independent expo crafting in Arima under the patronage of the mayor. And she and I was saying that part of the proceeds will go towards the children. But people calling, but nobody could give accommodation.
Right.
And that's why I keep reaching out and begging the government for accommodation for the children, for the safety of the children.
Mrs. Sukal, I just want to thank you so much, you and also your vice president, for assisting Calvin, because it's a lot of them on the streets. It's very little Calvin could do, and as I told Calvin, I am there supporting you 100%, making all the calls. I'm trying my endeavor best to see who can help, and you can tell us what's next with Mrs. Sukal.
Go home.
Yeah.
Next on West Indian Friends That Care, our goal is to actually build this organization in such a way that we can leave it for our kids to take on, and our another generation to take on, right? Because, like I said, we live on the motto, it's not who we are, it's the difference we make, right? And if we can get all the kids that we help to come on board, and when they get better, they start helping, and it's like a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
That's the goal of West Indian Friends That Care.
That's so nice. I'm so shocked you all came from quite Canada, you met it. That's really nice. Calvin, how do you feel? You have a big support here.
No, it's been great because when I used to speak to him on Facebook,
Right.
and they'd never see who I speaking to him. And the first
Right.
time I met him was when he came, and I was amazed because what amazed me with him is that when I see him start eating with the children, and
Right.
how the way he interacted, as well, like him for 10 years.
Yeah.
You understand? They felt comfortable. They felt comfortable around him now. Even I myself felt comfortable because he only said, "Kevin, eat with us, to eat with us."
Yeah, because I know they said a lot of people have scorned them and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and we hold them up. It was real.
Remember,
Even
this wasn't by choice, right?
Exactly.
They grew up with it, and I enjoyed it. Enjoy spending time and having dinner or lunch with them.
I look forward to having Christmas dinners with them as well.
Hopefully I'll be here.
Yeah.
Even when the girls went back upstairs, they said, but this man real different, you know the way, because you know they never get the way. When we are taking the picture, you know, it's some person at distance, he hugged them, you know. They felt that they reply when they reach back upstairs. I mean, like, you know, this man different, he real. But she was so anxious, she just bust the bag and so she was just anxious, busting the bag and oh good, and the 90, and like the baby this, and she was just so, and she started full up and pack she baby bag.
Did you take any photos of it?
Yeah, I have some outside.
That's nice.
Yeah, she was so amazed, you know, packing the baby bag and just happy. She was just happy, and then she turned sad because she's studying that she don't want the system to take the baby. She want to be with her baby now.
Right.
She want to be with the baby. So that gives them the one somewhere that they could call home. Because obviously if she don't, the system will take the baby. Because she can't live below the bridge with the child. So they will take the child. And then it'll be a long process to get it back. Because they have to make sure where he is, they have to come to visit, make sure where he is, make sure the safety of the child, make sure. So that'll be a long process getting back the child.
I know one of the social development officer asked me, you know, in terms of them getting one of the HDC houses, if you're willing to put your name on it, or maybe the person who's going to be paying the rental fee.
But the person who paying was willing to.
Right, so that is something that you'll have to discuss, which I will make that phone call with you. Right? Mr. Sukal, is there anybody you'd like to thank out there who's been supporting you 100% with your organization?
Like I said, my friends, my brothers on here, who have been through thick and thin with me, stand up neck and neck with me. Like to thank all my supporters, i.e. my supporters in Trinidad, like the Balancing family, the Mohammeds, who have graciously donated and helped in making this toy drive and food drive and back to school drive in process. Hopefully we'll get it done and we know it's going to be successful.
Yes.
And like I said, there are a lot of good people out there. They just need to know what's going on.
You want to leave them, you know, I know those kids will be logged on this morning and they're going to be looking at the interview. Is there any positive quote you can leave with them this morning? Just
like from my last conversation with them, be strong.
yeah.
Life throws you obstacles, but one day it's going to be better.
Calvin, anything you would like to say before
Well, I
we
just
end
want to
this?
thank Mr. Ezekiel so much. You know, he didn't know me, but by the time he sent like food stuff, he said reach at my home, and it reached a long way. Even Miss Singing Sandra was really grateful, and even someone done provide lunch for them for Saturday already. Miss Gloria,
That's
she
nice.
done cater for lunch for them for Saturday, God's will. You know, I just want to thank those who reaching out. But again, I said, I just want to keep begging the government for some way for these children to call home.
Calvin, I must thank you for the big job you've been doing, because it's a heavy role you've taken up, because despite you have a family as well and your kids as well. I mean, a lot of persons been asking me, you know, how you're doing it, how you're keeping up with it. They want to meet with you and stuff like that. So we're going to sort that part out. I also want to thank Mr. Ezekiel Sukal for flying from Canada to come here at the PSA TV to, you know, also assist Calvin in whatever he's going through with these children. It's a very sad situation, though.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, so we have come to the end of this interview this morning. This is the president of West Indian Friends That Care. They came from Canada, and also Mr. Calvin Wayne. He's a humanitarian activist who's been taking care of these HIV children here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we're going to toss a short break and come back to the program.